Stop breaking curses. The word curse doesn't mean poverty. The first man that was cursed in the Bible was Cain, and he was very wealthy. It's only in Africa when a man is cursed, he's poor. But in the Bible, people that were cursed were wealthy materially. Curse and blessing has nothing to do with material wealth or material lack in the Bible. It has to do with welcoming you into the family of God or not welcoming you into the family. And the only reason why you'll not be welcome is because you did not comply with the gospel. Genesis 4:16.
And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden.
17.
And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch.
So if you're a woman, you don't have a husband, and they tell you you're cursed, you need to sow a seed. It's a public scam. Cain, the first man that was ever cursed, from the curse, he got a wife. From getting a wife, he had a child. If any preacher tells you you're cursed, that's why you're not pregnant. He's looking for how to scam you of your small money. The word curse is the word arar. It means to bind, to stop. Bless means to be accepted or welcome into God's plan. When you are cursed, it means you are not welcome into God's plan. It doesn't mean you cannot make money. What's the plan of God? Even
Did you people hear what your pastor said? I hope you heard it, because if you don't, go back and listen to it. Let us start from when Adam and Eve sinned. God put Adam and Eve in a garden of Eden where there is everything. They don't have to walk. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to struggle to feed. And when they sinned, what did God tell them? That he drove them out of the Garden of Eden to another garden where they have to go and till the ground to survive. They will have to work hard. They will have to hustle to feed. That is the number one cause. That is from luxury to hardship, because they will have to work hard in order to survive. Number one cause. From luxury, which is blessing, to cause, which is hardship, of tilling the ground to survive. So that one is a cause, and we, their seeds, we are still enjoying this cause, because if you don't work, you will not eat as long as this world is concerned. And secondly, this man said that Cain was a wealthy even after God cursed him. When God laid curse on Cain, let me read for you. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not, am I my brother's keeper? And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of your brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which has opened her mouth to receive your brother's blood by your hand. And when thou tillest the ground, it shall no longer. And on top say, it go till ground. Say, the same ground where you till will no longer produce. And that you are now a fugitive and a vagabond upon the surface of the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is great than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. From thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. And the Lord said unto him, therefore whoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken upon him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest anyone find him should kill him. And Cain went out of the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. This is where he read. This is where he read that Cain said, and thou hast made me a fugitive. After you said that my land that I till will no longer produce, you have also made me a fugitive. A fugitive means from the presence of God. This was the reason why Cain was always hiding all the days of his life. Who was chasing him? Only him sees. He became a fugitive, a vagabond. A vagabond is someone that wanders no place of settlement. You don't have house. From one city, you'll be using your leg and walk out from one city until you have vanished from the thin air. You have vanished into the thin air. And he was, while he was wondering, he was hiding. Why? God is everywhere, and he is meant to hide away from the presence of God. So it was hard for someone to see Cain. The moment he left, he took his sister, the one that his parents wanted Abel to marry, because Abel was the good son. Cain was opposite of Abel, and his parents loved him, likewise God. But he was envy. You didn't want to behave like your brother, but you want to be loved like your brother. And the next thing you had to do was to kill him, thereby bringing curse upon yourself. This man said that he was wealthy. Where? This thing I read now. When he left the presence of God, he took his sister to a land called Nod, N-O-D, Nod, in the east of Eden. He took his sister, the one that his parents wanted Abel to marry. That was the one he took. The envy continued even after Abel's death. He took that one and went to that land and got her pregnant, and she gave birth to Enoch, and he left them and wandered away. From that moment, it was never recorded again in the Bible where Cain existed. Go and read it. Go and read it. Genesis 4. And continue 5, 6, read it. It was never recorded. So where he went, he probably disappeared, because where can you hide from the presence of God? God even allowed him to take a wife so that he can place a seed on earth before he disappears. Yeah. Before he disappears. Because when he says, you have probably sent me out of your presence, it means God is everywhere. He was always hiding. So not only God knows, maybe he got the supernatural power of invisibility. We don't know. So, and that is it. And you are saying, this man said that he was rich. That he built a city. The Bible said he built a city, yes. Let me show you the picture of the city that he built. You see, it's someone who tills the ground. The only thing he can do is build something like this and construct a house where you took over a land. Anywhere can be a city anyway, so it depends. But where this wealthy you are talking about is what I'm trying to figure out. This wealthy, where was it recorded in the Bible that Cain was wealthy? It was not recorded. He didn't marry. He took his sister. While he was leaving the presence of God, he took his sister alongside with him and went to a land of Nod and reside. And God allowed it because, he had to reproduce. And the Bible recorded that Enoch, which was the son of Cain, was a good man, a God-fearing man. God used him to do many things in the Bible. So the reason why he left the presence of God was not because the only thing that cause can do is to make you leave the presence of God. There are different causes. There is a woman in the Bible. Her name is Peninnah. When she mocked Hannah for being barren, she had children. She had many children, probably more than 8 children. And she mocked Hannah because she had none. Hannah cried, and that her mockery got the attention of God towards Hannah. What happened? God blessed Hannah with 3 sons and 2 daughters. Now, let me tell you the curse that came upon this woman. When Hannah gives birth to one, 2 of Peninnah's child died. That was how she gave birth to 4, and 8 of Peninnah's children died. And she later gave birth to Anna ended up having 5 children. Now, let me tell you that this kind of pattern can continue. If there was any child of Peninnah that survived, probably a girl, and she gives birth in the future, she'll find that at a certain age, her children will start dying. It is a pattern. It becomes a pattern. And as a child of God, you realize that you're suffering patterns. You need to break out. Patterns are causes. What is cause? Cause is when God gives you the consequences of not having blessings in your life as a result of what you did. So the consequences of blessing, that the consequences of taking blessings away from you is cause. So who says that there is no cause? that it's only African men. Do you know that there are some families, as long as they are rich, everybody will be struggling with barrenness? They are rich. As long as they are fruitful, you can hardly see someone that is driving a good car in that house. I pity those that are listening to this man. To me, when I listen to him, I see a man who is placing confusion in the heart of men. I don't know, maybe you know me from way past, or you know me recently, but I'm sorry you don't know me now. Because go and read. Sometimes when you listen to things, you go and read and do your own findings. You see the alacrity that he was using to speak, the authority in him. Are you seeing it? Giving you the impression that there is nothing like curse. Hey, if you feel there is a curse upon your life, please go and break out. Curse is our differences. You can be cursed to be poor. You can be cursed to be miserable. You can be cursed to never enjoy peace in your life, depending on what you did. Because it is what you did that attracts the kind of curse you will receive. If you make someone to cry, they can say you will cry all the days of your life. Thank you for listening, and make sure you share and follow.